this is Mark, and we are about to go morel hunting. I'm here with Duncan and his brother Galen. That is right, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Excellent. I'm with Duncan and Galen, and we're about to go morel hunting. I wish that I could show you where we're going, but morel hunting in Winona is a secret thing. So cover up the camera, and we'll take you. We're in the woods now, and we're just starting off. I'm here with Galen and Duncan, and Marshall's in the yellow, and Keith, and we're all going to head up into the woods to get some morels. So wish us luck. We've got some bug spray to keep the ticks off of us, so who knows what's going to happen. Let's go. We've found some wild honeysuckle here. And if you take the ends, just the little bulbs at the ends, and you kind of bite them or suck on them, they're really sweet. There you go, a little treat in the woods.
So the little bit that I know is that a morel can be as small as your little finger like that, or 4 times the size of your thumb. So they can have a stem that long and a head that's as long as the stem. They can be as round as 2 inches at the base. And they can be from a color-wise from a light tan with some darker tan in it at the head to almost dark black.
Wow.
But as long as they're not slimy, they're really ready to eat.
Excellent. Thanks, Keith.
You're welcome.
We've arrived at a place where we think there are morels, and obviously here's one. There's kind of the stem it came out of. So we're in the right area.
And that stem is good to eat yet, too.
Did you find one? Marshall found the first one.
I'm amazing.
Here are some old ones we found. You can tell they're kind of falling apart here. Too bad. Would have been good. I know, we're doing good on the dead morel hunt. Now we're taking the long road back to the house. I think once I get there, I'll probably go to the store actually and buy some morels, and then I'll cook something for you guys. So here we are at the end of the morel mission. We're back in my apartment, and I'm about to cook the mushrooms. Well, actually, we only found 1 morel mushroom. 1. I think we went kind of hunting late in the season. So I went to the grocery store, I bought some shiitake mushrooms, some baby portobello mushrooms, and some dried porcini mushrooms, and I'm gonna use my 1 lonely morel. Well, actually, we found a couple little scraps of one, but really 1 nice morel. We'll take all those mushrooms, I'll saute them in a little olive oil and garlic and make a bruschetta. Perfect to go with grilled steaks this summer. Here we go, let's cook. It's time to wash the mushrooms. Now, I am actually going to wash off these morels, or this morel, since I only found 1. And what happens, because the morel is kind of fibrous, I'm gonna go ahead and wash it underwater. It's been out in the woods, and I don't know who's been or what's been near it, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it a decent wash. It's not as porous as other mushrooms are, so I'm not worried about them getting waterlogged. However, when it comes to the baby portobello mushrooms and the shiitake mushrooms, I'm gonna go ahead and take a paper towel here and wipe those off, and then those mushrooms will be clean. And for the dried porcini mushrooms, I'm gonna soak them in some hot water to create a good broth out of them, and I'll show you how that's done. So let's get cleaning mushrooms. Shiitake mushrooms, they have great caps, very delicious. Unfortunately, their stems are really tough. They have a lot of fiber. So when using shiitake mushrooms, you should go ahead and remove the stem. Discard the stem and then just use the caps. I placed the dry porcinis into a bowl, and now I'm adding hot water over them. And I'll let these soak for about 20 minutes, and that will reconstitute them. I'm using about 2 cups of water, and that will provide cooking liquid later when I'm sauteing the mushrooms. I'm gonna put a lid on it and a little weight, and that'll keep the porcini mushrooms submerged in the water while they rehydrate. mushrooms have been sauteing for about 20 minutes. Of course, I think I'm getting a facial off of all this steam. But what I've done is I've drained off the porcini mushrooms. They've reconstituted. I'm going to add those in now. And all of the other cooking liquid off of the mushrooms, their natural water content is kind of evaporated out of the mushrooms in the pan. And so what I'm going to add now on top of that is the strained porcini cooking liquid. And that's going to add a really rich kind of mushroom flavor to the dish. I'll let this cook down and kind of saute out, and then we'll add a little salt, a little pepper, and then put it on toasted bread. And that's how easy this recipe is. That's how easy it is to make mushroom bruschetta. Bruschetta con funghi. I had a great time today hunting morels, kind of like fishing. Sometimes they bite, sometimes they're not growing in the woods. But here is an incredible mushroom bruschetta recipe that you can make with the mushrooms you find at the store. And if you happen to find some morels, go ahead and toss those in. And remember, bring your family to the table and change a life one meal at a time. Buon appetito!
Todo meu tempo perdido, nunca mais te quero amar.